very fruitful meeting. We explored many issues, and as the session of the General Assembly is called for next year, as you know, we passed resolutions which would require action of the General Assembly. On issues such as home rule for cities and towns, the possibility of more monies being returned to the cities and towns from the cigarette tax to make needed capital improvements, the possibility of the revision of the formula on the gasoline tax distribution. All these things were discussed, and we'll just have to wait and see how successful we are next year after the legislature meets. I will have to say that the association, in my opinion, is a very strong one. It is well funded by all the cities. The participation is very, very broad, from towns the size of Albany or Eaton, and up to Indianapolis, the largest town in the state. And we, on the whole, I think had a very, very successful meeting. Well, as you know, this has been kicked around for some time, the possibility of an increase in cigarette taxes. And of course the cities and towns, since they've established the principle of this money being returned to the cities and towns to make some of these needed capital improvements from the '65 session, they want a portion of this, if not all of the increase, this 2-cent increase, proposed increase. And in the gasoline tax formula, as you know also, there's been much discussion. In fact, there was a study made and a report given not too long ago as to Indiana's present and future highway needs, and the fact that the state itself was going to have to get additional revenues if they were to keep pace with the number of cars, the increasing number of cars on our streets and highways. And of course the Indiana Association of Cities and Towns is going to try and get the formula, the distribution formula, revised. At the present time, I believe it's 15%. I know this is true, this figure, and I think 32% for the counties and 53% goes to the state. And we're seeking to get this formula revised to 20% for the cities and towns, 30% for the counties, and 50% for the state. Whether or not we'll be successful in this, I think that anyone in the listening and viewing audience would admit that the cities and towns certainly have grave traffic problems, and the only way that we can build roads is have the money to finance them.